I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions. We did it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Don't ask me a thing, how I got it, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington football team.
For Tampa Bay.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Thomas. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man, it's Tanyan, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Robert Tanyan.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yeah, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On the return is Sims. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
For a Washington.
Big yardage that time for Washington. And even 50 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Logan. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Brady's pass.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
For the Buccaneers.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? From the end zone, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your... guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Watson now to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
On 1st down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He may try and run for this, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. 14.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
From the 44, Watson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
41's coming. 41's the mic.
Here's Watson. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. What a first half this has been offensively. Or defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On play action, they'll throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. A minute 52 to play until halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw, Watson. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes this Washington 28. Buccaneers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
56, Mike.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Chris Godwin.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
The tackle made
a solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
They'll try and run the option.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with Love. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
First and 10 at the 24.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The 23-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Operating from the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This is Love. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
Point after here coming up. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Washington 35, Buccaneers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard
line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Buccaneers nothing.
Second and 4. Flush to his right. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. T.J. Logan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Now the try here for the point after. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes this Washington 35. Buccaneers 7. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, 81 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
22-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Squeeze, double.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Love, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now this carries into the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Not today, you are. Not today. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Steps away to his left. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down. That'll be incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. The quarterback will keep it himself. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
15. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he finds McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now, Watson. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Tonight's finals, Washington.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards, a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
6 yards.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Midfield now, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
At the 14-yard line.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 29.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and...
They go play action now. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Going to give it to Love. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So they're backed up to the 3 yard line. Second and goal. Here's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his third touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Washington 7, Seahawks 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the
20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Being chased out left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Tempo, tempo.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 36, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Patch it. Hey, look. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Seahawks 0.
throwing now. Wilson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running to start the drive is Love. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They go play action with Burrow. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Washington.
On the carry, it's Love. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st down, here's Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Burrow. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 17.
Terry McLaurin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
14.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson now off the bootleg. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes this Washington 14. Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fields this way up at the 17. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
9-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Love, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. Watkins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown,
Quez Watkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Out for the PAT, here's McGinnis. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21, Seahawks 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 12.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
22-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Give them a rose while they still alive. I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bells. Cause I was a blessed.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play. Action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll try the left side here with Love. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And inches.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Washington.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Love. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Love again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
Steps out of bounds.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
For the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. Big hold to the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Ready? Mike, 55. Check.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken from just outside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow on play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted.